Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with the summer transfer move to Arsenal. Entering into quite a busy week, I think, with Arsenal. It was great to see towards the end of last week Arsenal pulling off the signing of Fabio Vieira and starting to look very serious in this transfer market and looking to get a lot of players in, hopefully early, because we all saw the fixture list when it came out last week, and that first game, Crystal Palace away, we want to be making sure that we are well prepared for that first game. And as I said, activity at Arsenal. Yesterday, Eddie Nketiah's new deal announced. He's going to be wearing the number 14 shirt. I know it caused a lot of controversy. Go and check out some of the videos that we did on it. Personally, for me, I agree with what Ian Wright said. It's a number. I know it's an iconic number, and guys like Cecil were losing it because he loves Thierry Henry so much. But a lot of people have had that 14. He's put a lot of pressure on himself, Eddie. Let's hope he can deliver on it. But we now know that Eddie Nketiah has signed. But who else is going to be coming in? And it's going to be a busy summer. Done deals already. Kind of put Eddie in that because we have, in effect, re-signed him. Marquinhos, we know that we've bought in. Matt Turner, the goalkeeper that's coming over from the States. He's going to be probably announced this week. And of course, as I said, Fabio Vieira has signed. So who else is going to be coming in? And there's a lot of reports out there today that Arsenal this summer are looking to spend in excess of £200 million, probably around about 215 million, according to a lot of estimates. And that would trump the spending from last year. Remember, last season, we spent 150 million pounds. This year, it could be up to 215. And let me tell you this, it's needed. It's needed. This is why we've been falling short in the past few seasons, is we've just lacked the quality. We were very fortunate to have or should I say, we are very fortunate to have a great crop of young players that have come through the ranks, like Saka and Smith Rowe and these guys that have really helped push us. But now we've also got to invest in some real top quality on top of them. And as I said, estimated that spending could rise to about 215 million pounds this summer. Gabriel Jesus, that one is probably going to be around about 50 million. Could that one be completed this week? All the reports out there now are that Jesus is very happy to come to Arsenal, would love to come to Arsenal. Arsenal have a decent relationship with Man City. They're talking at the moment. Of course, City are trying to recoup back as much money as they can, considering that they spent the 65 million pounds on Erling Haaland, and they're looking to get back about 50 million. They do good business, City. They do, you have to say. But they're looking to get back about 50 million for the signing of Gabriel Jesus. And when I look at all the strikers that are out there at the moment, and his age, and the fact that he's played in the Premier League, his profile, I think it would be a very, very good signing for Arsenal, even at 50 million with 1 year left on his contract. Then, of course, another one that Arsenal seem to be pushing for is Rafaelinha. Won't be easy to do. The talk is that Jeffrey Marsh, their manager, Jesse Marsh, should I say, the manager of Leeds, is pushing for about 50 million for Rafaelinha before he'll consider letting him leave. We know, again, top quality player. We know he'd bring excess quality to the Arsenal team. But can Arsenal get this one over the line? It won't be easy. And this is one of the deals that I reckon that if it does get done, may not be one of those ones get done very, very quickly. But Arsenal are interested in signing him. And that is good to know that Arsenal are chasing quality players like Rafaelinha. And if they could get that, that would be a real coup. Remember, he was all set to be going to Barcelona, but Barcelona with financial issues, Arsenal could get that one done. The talk is that Arsenal will be returning this week as well for this guy, Lisandro Martinez, the centre-back from Ajax. Very, very highly rated indeed. Argentinian international. A lot of teams have been showing a lot of interest in him. And Arsenal trying to wrap this one up very quickly. They put a bid in already for, well, some papers are saying 25 million. Others saying 30 million, but they put a bid in already and it's been rejected. Expected Arsenal to go back again this week with another offer. Again, the player is willing to join Arsenal, is interested in the deal, and Arsenal are hoping that they could get this one tied up this week. Will solve the cover problems for that left-sided centre-back position, as well as the fact that he can play as a left-back and also as a defensive midfielder. Would be a very, very good signing indeed if they can pull this one off. Let's hope we can do. We're going to see this week if we can get any movement done on the Lisandro Martinez one. And then, of course, there's Youri Tielemans. Tielemans will be around about £25 million. Now, again, I spoke about this yesterday, that there's rumours going either way. Yes, we might get him. No, we might not get him. You know, you really don't know how this is going to land. But a lot of reports are that Arsenal have not, given up on signing Youri Tielemans. I think, listen, at that sort of price, £25 million, an absolute no-brainer for a player of Youri Tielemans' quality. And if Arsenal can get him in, you just add to the quality of that midfield. It's one of the areas that let us down a bit last season. A lot of that was to do with injuries. If you've just got amazing cover there, it's going to be good. I don't have to say it every day. The amount of games all congested this season because of the World Cup, Europa League as well. We need a big squad, and that big squad, they'll all be playing regularly, especially with the 5 substitution rule coming in. And what about Aaron Hickey? Now, I just spoke about Lisandro Martinez as a player that can cover various different positions. Aaron Hickey was the original guy that was said to be the target for Arsenal to play in that left-back position. The Scottish international was set to come in as kind of cover for, we know the injury-prone area that we have at left-back. But a lot of talk now that he may not join Arsenal. That, there's other clubs interested in him. Brentford, West Ham as well, both interested in him. And he's said to want to play regular football, and just a bit worried that if he comes in at Arsenal, he might not get that regular football. I think he would. Listen, Kieran Tierney, we know, has a lot of injuries. And again, as I said, 5 substitutions, etc. He'll be playing at a very high level. He's only 19. That's why, for me, I would prefer the Lisandro Martinez one. It makes more sense. He can cover more areas. And I just think that, to me, I prefer that one. You could even have Lisandro Martinez in if you want to play like a back three and know that he can play that comfortably. But again, let's see how that one pans out. But again, that would cost about £20 million. And Arsenal retain an interest in Marco Asensio as well. Still, nobody knows specifically what is going to be happening with Asensio. He wants to stay at Real Madrid, but Real Madrid look to be willing to cash in on him. And again, Arsenal said to be very, very interested in him. Maybe if they don't get Rafinha, it's Marco Asensio that they will turn to. So when you tot all of those signings up, obviously there's no point in totting all of them up because they probably won't get all. But if they was to get a batch of those, spending's going to come to over £200 million this summer. And for me, that's how a big club like Arsenal should be operating. And the reason we need to spend that amount, and people will turn around and say, well, look, Man City might not even spend that. They don't need to, because they've been spending those sort of money down the years. They've got a great squad, so those teams only have to add 1 or 2. We don't. We've got a lot that we need to add, especially when you consider the amount of players as well that are probably going to be leaving this summer. That's the other thing. Players like Hector Bellerin, of course, literally desperate he is to get to Real Betis. There is rumours today that, he's willing to forego his massive wages that he's on. He's on £100,000 a week at Arsenal. He have to take a big drop to go to Betis, but he's willing to do that. And fair play to him. He wants to get that move, and he's willing to do that. And there's a whole list of players that could be on the way out. I was just looking at it today. Pablo Mari. Lots of clubs in Italy looking for him. He looks, especially with Lisandro Martinez thing, that's almost confirms that Arsenal going to be moving on from Pablo Mari. Lucas Torreira, as we know. Pepe. I think, you know, these movements for Rafinha, Marco Asensio shows us that his days are numbered. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we know Arsenal going to be looking to move out. Nuno Tavares, if Lisandro Martinez comes in, Nuno Tavares probably leaves. So there'll be a lot of outgoings as well. It's going to be a busy transfer window for Arsenal. And I personally would love to see them spend that sort of money and build a really formidable squad that can really, really, you know, challenge to get into the top four and challenge to win that Europa League this season. Those are the two big ones for me that should be the big targets for Arsenal. Top four and win the Europa League this season. Those should be the massive targets for Arsenal today to get us this season, to get ourselves back into the Champions League. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget the Claude Cup. I spoke about this yesterday. Coming up next week, Sunday, the 26th of June, between 12 and 5 p.m. If you want to come along, there are tickets on sale for £6. If you look in the link in the description, it will take you through to that. All proceeds are going to be going to the Gunnar Claude Trust, which is a great organisation that does great things out there, including for youngsters out there in the community. And also we'll be paying our big tribute to Claude. So make sure you check it out. SE Dons, AFTV FC, Hackney Wick and the Wall FC. It's going to be a great competition to see who wins the inaugural Claude Cup. Listen, thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.